What do you ask your SEO company to hold them accountable and get the best results possible? If you're like most contractors, you hire the company, you expect them to perform, and then later you're surprised by the results. And I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but when you bring a new team member on, you may not have to micromanage them, but you do have to hold them accountable to the results to make sure that they happen. So let's talk about it. The 9 questions that you need to ask that will empower you in your marketing and get better results. First one is strategically related. So you're going to be asking them, what's the focus this quarter? Okay, they should be at first building out your website. So if it's a new relationship, they should be building lots of new pages on the website. If they're past that first phase, maybe you're like 3 to 6 months in, then they're going to be building additional content for your blog or for the rest of the website. And that'll become an ongoing sort of thing. So strategically, you're asking, what's the focus this quarter? You want to make sure that they're focused. They're not bouncing around to a bunch of different objectives or reacting to you. They should have a plan in place. And so this question nails the strategy piece. Next, you're going to ask them 2 questions related to reporting. The first is, what's our average cost per lead per channel? So if it's an SEO company, they might also be doing some Google ads, but you want to know, how is the website performing? What leads are being generated? So that's phone calls, form fills, messenger leads. Maybe they can book directly on your calendar from the website. So how is the website reporting performing? How is the Google business profile performing? How are the local service ads performing? How are the Google ads performing? There may be other things that they're doing, but those are the 4 key things that they should be reporting and know based off of each channel what their performance is, and then a total blended average. If they can't answer that question, you're probably with the wrong company or you're not paying them enough to actually install the right tracking, okay? The next question I would put in regards to reporting to hold them accountable is, what does year-over-year growth look like, for this quarter or for this month? Because most of the home service companies that we work with have seasonality, okay? It's not just a year-round thing. Landscaping in Florida is a year-round thing, but it's not here in New Mexico, where I live, okay? And so you want to know year over year. It's easy for agencies to report on month-to-month growth or lack of growth or whatever, and be able to cherry pick different metrics to share with you. But they cannot hide from year-over-year data. And so I want you to lean on that, because seasonality is a thing. And sometimes they can claim ownership of a seasonal growth and claim that it was their that's because of them. But you only know by looking year over year what they did versus what has performed in the past, okay? Next, we're going to look at the monthly actions. So there's 3 areas that they should be focused on in order to drive the result. And I'll throw in a bonus 4th one here, okay, that I just thought of. I don't know why it's on this list. All right, so first thing is, what pages did you create this month? Like, how many? What were they? There's no reason they shouldn't share with you what pages or blog posts or whatever were created. Okay, in the beginning of a campaign, more pages is the only thing that we're doing, okay, because every client we've ever worked with had some kind of gap in the market between where they are and where they should be. The next thing I would ask them is, what pages have you optimized? So again, this is something that we do on a quarterly basis, is we audit what is currently performing on the site against the competition, and then we use AI to find the opportunities and optimize those pages that need a boost. So there's no reason why they shouldn't report what pages were optimized. They may not give you a detailed accounting of everything that was done, but at least you know that they went in and did some things, okay? The third thing that you're going to ask them about is, how many links did you build? Now, you'll never be able to audit the quality of a link like we could, okay? So you just kind of have to trust that when they tell you what they are, or if they show you what they are, you just kind of have to trust that they're good, right? Because if they can show you something versus nothing, at least you know that they're doing something. And an expert could grade that more closely, but that's not what this is about. This is about you holding them accountable so that they know they're responsible for things. The 4th thing is like the bonus that I'll add in here that I wasn't planning on sharing is, you might have them report on the number of reviews that were generated. Reviews are such an important part of local SEO for contractors and home service companies that not including this side of it is really silly. It's a necessary part for the Google Maps listing to work correctly, and the Google Maps listing generates most of your results. Last two questions, right? They have to do with ownership, okay? And this is a little bit tricky one. There's a little bit of nuance here, but I think the question still remains. First one is, do I own my website? There's a lot of nuance to this. Do I own my website? Meaning, like, if I walked away tomorrow, what would happen then? Would I have it in my ownership? Or like, would you have to transfer stuff? You should own the domain name, okay? It should be in your own, like, GoDaddy or Namecheap account, wherever you bought the domain. It's okay if they're doing the hosting. It's kind of normal for them to do the hosting. That can be easily transferred. You're not going to get screwed if they own the hosting, as long as you own the domain. Okay. There's some contracts that I've read where the business, when they make you like a free website, they actually own all the content on your website. And so even if you went somewhere else and somebody copied the website and built it on their platform, they could come back and try to take that from you. They can sue you for it. It's a breach of contract. All right, so do I own my website, and what does that mean? You can have them explain that to you in layman's terms. The last question is, am I an admin on all the Google properties? And then you can have them show you. Like, show me in the dashboard where I'm an admin, or show me how to get access to these things. You just need to be able to have access to them, because in the future, if you ever change management, you do not want these people holding on to your data. Because how would you then audit the next team that comes in if you have no year-over-year data? You're just flying blind. You need that data. You need to own your site. You need to own your Google Business Profile, your analytics account, your Search Console, your Google Ads, your LSA account, everything Google related, you need to own. And that's why it's part of the list. So these are the 9 things that I'd recommend. If you're not asking on a regular basis, you need to ask, because most SEO agencies are going to be really excited about all the metrics and things that they're seeing, the ranking improvements, the impressions and things like that. But what matters to you is if the phone's ringing or not. What matters to you is year-over-year performance is improving. Because if you're not improving year-over-year, what are they doing? Right? What are they doing? And you have to hold them accountable. You cannot be an absentee owner with regards to your marketing. You have to be involved, and you have to be asking questions. The squeaky wheel always gets the grease, right? So if you've asked these questions, your current company is coming up short, they can't answer these, check out the link in the description below this video. Book a call with me or somebody from my team, and we'll look at what you're doing, where you want to go, and set up a better plan for the future. You can ask us all these same questions. In fact, you probably won't have to, because we address them proactively on each of the monthly meetings we have with our clients. So if you're curious about what it might look like to work with a different company, different agency, a different provider, book a call. First conversation is free. I look forward to connecting with you soon. If you got some value from this video, comment below, share it with a friend. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you like this one, you'll love some of the other videos we have posted here on our channel that help blue-collar business owners get more out of their digital marketing. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos. If you got questions or comments, post them below. I look forward to catching you on the next video. Bye for now.